to move forward and look forward to life beyond June the 21st is it's extremely exciting. The DJs, the artists, the people who work behind the scenes, everybody just wants to get back to work and become self-sufficient again.
After more than a year of empty dance floors, the nightclub is back. Well, at least one for now. 3,000 clubbers will gather in Liverpool for the UK's first big bash on April 30th, with no social distancing and no face coverings required. At the moment, all other nightclubs in the UK aren't allowed to reopen until at least June 21st, but the popular circus event is getting a special pass for 2 days. It's one of many government-backed pilot events across the country, with scientists on the sidelines. Researchers are studying crowd interactions and behaviour, social distancing options, ventilation and test on entry rules. Based on their findings, they're hoping to build a blueprint for venues across the UK to reopen safely this summer.
When the local authorities got the nod, so to speak, they reached out to us and said, okay, we are going to do these pilot schemes. Would you like to be interested and take part? Myself and my business partner, Richard, was up for a challenge, said, okay, let's do this. And we understood it was going to be like an enormous responsibility and, of course, an enormous honour.
For this event, ravers have to test negative for COVID using a lateral flow test. They're required to do this the day before at designated centres. Researchers are also asking them to take a PCR test on the day and again 5 days later, but this isn't mandatory.
With the exception of the additional protocol to get your tickets and your lateral flow test, once you are over the threshold into our events, the whole point of it is that it's pre-COVID times as such, which is the most exciting part of it, and also, I would say, daunting part of it in a lot of ways.
Nighttime businesses like clubs have been among the hardest hit by COVID, and certainly the slowest to recover. Many businesses are gone for good, and others are hanging by a thread. Workers, vendors, freelancers, and creatives across the scene have suffered enormous financial setbacks.
This event is extremely significant for all sorts of reasons. Of course, firstly, it's just the possibility of going back to work. I mean, myself, I've not worked or had any sort of income really for 14 months, and I'm certainly not the only one. There's a whole industry in hospitality events, and everyone that has really been left with very, very little. So to be able to get back to work is the main thing. The messages and calls and support we are getting from people that are holding out a lot of hope and responsibility for this weekend to be able to get through this and to move forward and look forward to life beyond June the 21st is it's extremely exciting.
Fears of new variants and further virus outbreaks still loom, especially as many countries like India suffer their deadliest outbreaks yet. But with mass vaccinations underway in the UK, authorities are cautiously optimistic about the months ahead.
People don't really believe that June the 21st is going to be the date to back to whatever was normal. But it seems positive for me, the amount of tickets that have been sold up and down the UK for all events post June the 21st is just like, there's never been anything like it. I am feeling personally optimistic just because of the success of the vaccine rollout. I'm very, very happy that there's going to be some work, hopefully, and we're all looking forward to a brighter future.